If I told you you could get a set of brand name irons for less than £600 with premium components, I don't think I believe you. But today I have a set of brand new Lynx irons. Who remembers this famous golf brand? I used to really enjoy Lynx golf clubs. As you can see, these are a set of CB irons and they cost just £599. Today we're going to put them through their paces, both out on the golf course and of course in the Golf Sun studio, to see if these are really worth the money. And the real question is, what would you do with the £500 you would save from buying a premium set of clubs such as Callaway, Titleist or Ping? So we now have these gorgeous Lynx irons in the bag to test, and I'm going to kick things off by saying about the price, because price is a big thing at the moment when we talk golf. We know that for £599 you can't even get one of the premium drivers, especially if you do have a premium shaft in there, and these things do feature KBS Tour 90 shafts. You can get different KBS shafts on the website and nice Lampkin grips as well. So these are now D2C, so you buy them online, similar to the Takomo model, to the Caley model, and even maybe to the Kirkland model where you just kind of go to Costco and pick them up. But for the price, what do we expect to get? Because I've tested these inside already, and you're really going to want to know what those numbers are like, especially if you're in the market for a new set of irons, but you don't fancy spending £1,000, for example. What would you do with the money you save? Because Lynx are a brand that I remember from being a junior. Lynx used to make fantastic golf clubs, then kind of disappeared for a brief spell, a little bit like Macgregor did. Now they're coming back, and they're coming back with a bang with a set of irons, which, to be honest, if we look at the shape of them, they look like just a gorgeous set of traditional irons, don't they? They've got a little cavity in the back, they've got the lovely Lynx logo in the corner there. So how do they perform? We're going to play a few holes with them, then we're going to talk about numbers with them as well. And it honestly does look stunning down at the ball. Sold. Absolutely sold. For a ball flight with a 5-iron, that's bounding down that fairway. I've got gorgeous turf interaction there as well, and you can see that everything's been kind of thought through nicely with the design of this head. We've got a little bit of weighting at the bottom there to drag CG down. We've also got some perimeter weighting at the side just to spread CG out a little bit, and then we've also got that lovely kind of forged feel and finish as well. So I mean, that's the first shot I've hit outside with these clubs. I'm rather impressed already. So 5-iron off the tee, and we have left ourselves, you can see the 150 marker just up there. It's quite a difficult hole this actually. We've got 186 playing, 193 left in there. Is that another 5-iron? Let's go 6-iron this time. Let's test a couple of different clubs. And one of the things that I really like about these clubs isn't just, well, the packaging was very good as you can see, isn't just the price, but it's the tradition that comes with them. So a lot of people used to play Lynx back in the day, and I think that's important. Like, when you look at how well brands like Caley have done, like Takomo have done, they will still be seen as the new guys on the block. And I think it's going to take a long time to become a kind of household name. I feel like Lynx already is that, and to offer a club where I can't quite believe how good a job they've done building these clubs aesthetically. I've hit one shot outside and it felt great, so I'm not going to say that they're a fantastic club just yet, but when you look at the numbers for the 7-iron, you look at the consistency levels, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Right, 193 playing. We've got 6. Anywhere apart from that massive cavernous bunker is a good one. Minimal offset on here as well, and a really nice top line size and shape, which I think is good. Ooh, carry. It's held its line nicely, and that's up there. I didn't anticipate that from that strike. I've hit that really badly, really heely, and that's up on the green with no qualms whatsoever. Quite impressed with the forgiveness element there, and this is one thing I like to do when testing golf clubs. I don't always play that good. Do we, Bobby? But it's nice to be able to test clubs and think, you know what, there is a little bit behind it. And I've mentioned already about how this kind of blade length looks nice, the top line looks nice, and the minimal offset looks really good. I think it appeals to a lot of different golfers because generically I feel like it's not a player's iron, but it's not a high handicap iron. It's like in the middle, which I think is a nice place to be. Let's get up there and see how close we've hit it and play a couple more holes before we talk numbers for these gorgeous Lynx irons. So that's actually done really well. For a miss hit, we're flag high, so it's gone the 193 yards. What about the kind of shorter club? So what about the pitching wedge? Bobby's just had a really good kind of thought there that if you were to take off the Lynx logos, looks very much like a Wilson iron, very much like, I think, a Shrixon iron with that big diamond in the back. But you can see that that diamond actually changes for the different clubs we have. So that CG is located nicely depending where you want it. So I think that's always a positive. What about these little kind of Lynxy shots you might play? Bobby, bring this in and let's look at this lovely pitching wedge shape, because I think that is absolutely gorgeous. And you're not going to get a better looking pitching wedge than that. It's not tiny, but it's not massive. And the blade length, again, is just a nice kind of blade length. The one thing you could say is there's not a lot of heel relief there. Like, it literally goes from the grooves to that bit, which we don't really want to talk about. But can we play some nice little controlled shots with this pitching wedge? This isn't a shot that I'd be overly comfortable, actually, but that's just going down nicely. Is it going to pop? Oh, really nice. You can see how I controlled the trajectory nicely there, and it's a really important factor when you do get forged clubs like this. Is that going to take it? Oh, that could be really nice, because they have to feel soft to be able to play these shots. You can't play these shots if it comes off really fiery. Say if this was a hollow-bodied pitching wedge, you'd really struggle to be playing those shots because you don't know how that ball is going to react off that hollow-bodied head. Let's play one more. These could be, you know, onto a real winner when it comes to an affordable forged club. I'm really impressed with these. Oh, really impressed. Look at that. So continuing on with the pitching wedge, we've got 108 yards here, which isn't a full pitching wedge, but a lot of people who buy irons like this, buy nice forged cavity backs, or even MBs, will want to be able to play a little knockdown pitching wedge. So this is 114, playing 108. Let's just hit a couple in here and see, first of all, if we can control the ball flight with them, but also if we can get that nice soft feel as well, because the name of the game here is traditional, and I feel like everything about these clubs is working really nicely. What kind of stoppage do we get here? That's exactly how I wanted to play it. Oh, I'll tell you what, for 600 quid, I honestly don't know what more people would want. It's an absolutely gorgeous set of clubs, and I feel like I'm just shelling peas with them. How about nearly holing 2 in a row? Really good. That one kicked on a little bit more. The strike wasn't quite as good, but we're still 15 feet away. Let's send it a little bit further with a little bit more stop. Oh. Unfortunately, guys, nothing in the world's going to save that shot. You could go hollow-bodied all you want, that ain't going to help. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's go back to the long irons. Let's talk exactly what we're generally getting with this 5-iron. But first of all, let's talk some numbers, because very impressive, very impressive. And so you see, when it comes to numbers with golf clubs like this for sub £600 for a full set of irons with premium components, just what would you expect when it comes to the numbers? We've got the 7-iron here, and again, it's a lovely shape. It's nice and forgiving with that cavity back. I think the blade length is phenomenal, like we've said, out on the course. It actually sits nice and flat as well. So my 7-iron should be around 165. I've pulled that one a little bit. That one's going to go a little bit further. Plenty of spin there though, 5,500, 170 carry just left. I'm actually impressed how that's clung on as well, because I thought that might have gone a little bit further left as well. Look at me with my shirt untucked. They're very good, those video replays, aren't they? Right, come on, 170. Let's try and strike a bit better, get a bit more spin on that ball. That was better. Still 5-3 spin, wasn't quite the strike, but it's again going to be 165, releasing up to 175. So quite happy with those two for a pull and a miss hit. Love how the lambkin grip complements this KBS shaft as well. Oh, I've hit that really bad. If that goes over 160, I'll be shocked. 155, 166 total. And again, these irons aren't necessarily designed for total forgiveness. They are, of course, kind of a CB shape, aren't they? Come on, let's have a couple of good swings. This isn't the hollow-bodied design. That felt really nice. Little 5,500 spin, carrying 163. So the only real kind of anomaly we've had so far is the one that I flat pulled, and that's always going to go a little bit further. It's going to go lower with lower spin. I'm quite impressed with the numbers, not because the ball's going a long way, but because it's quite consistent for good hits and bad hits. That was the best hit I've had, and that's going to be a 169 carry releasing up to 178, spin just shy of 6,000, and a much, much better golf swing from me there. And I find this really interesting because when you're paying this amount of money, you're paying £599, you're not necessarily paying for a load of performance with a club like this. You're paying for a club that feels nice, it's obviously a forged head, and it goes a certain distance. It doesn't go miles, but it's not the shortest club that you could buy, and you almost know just how it should perform without even hitting it. But the fact that we are hitting it and it is performing as I thought it would really does just speak volumes about how Lynx are doing with these budget golf clubs. So you see, I absolutely love just what we could have on our hands in 2024. A budget battle of premium golf clubs. Imagine that. We have Takomo, we have Tora, we have Caley, we have Kirkland, we now have Lynx back in the game, we have Macgregor, we have Vice. So many companies making golf clubs that you guys can afford, and I love that because I really want more people playing golf, and the way to get more people playing golf is to make it more affordable. Not everybody wants to go and buy second-hand golf clubs, so I feel like if you can get a set of new clubs a little bit cheaper, potentially it could help. How versatile are the long irons in these clubs? This is the 5-iron. We'll aim towards that kind of bunk because we shouldn't be able to reach it. And let's just try and play a nice shot to start. Look at that, just a nice stock fade, should bounce straight towards the bunk. Oh, it has done as well. Exactly how I would want it. Now can we play a lower shot? Can we play a little bit of a kind of stinger with these clubs? How much versatility do we get? Exactly that, towards that bunker, nice little fade again, and just releasing down towards that fairway. Now can we play the high draw? The high draw is the shot that all golfers hate. I hate it as well because I end up just snap hooking it, but let's go towards the bunker again. We'll change the dynamics a little bit. And we've got the high draw. A little bit left of target, but we can certainly launch these irons as we want to, and you don't lose that element of feel either. That's 3 big ticks in the box for me, and as you saw with the numbers with the 7-iron, very, very impressive. Guys, we're going to finish up on the 3rd hole here, my favourite hole on the golf course, a par 3. How close can we get? It's going to play about an 8-iron yardage, I think. Oh, we've not hit the 8-iron yet either. So the front to back dispersion there, I'm really, really impressed with. And to be honest, the side to side dispersion on the first 2 shots, you can see we have the standard shot and the low shot just in line with the bunker as we said. And the big high draw actually must have taken a really good bounce because it's 20 yards further down the fairway there. So really impressed with that. Exactly what I would expect from, to be honest, a premium forged iron. Now let's finish things off with a hole-in-one. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Hopefully. Probably not. Not going to happen. Okay, so we have 151 playing 154, which is a nice 8-iron yardage. And what I like about these is they're not necessarily power bats, but they are fairly forgiving. So it's kind of, like I said right at the start of this video, best of both worlds. Very, very happy with that. How close can we get, Bobby? A couple of feet. Oh, bloody hell. That felt and sounded incredible. No idea where it's just popped out there. How good did that sound? Carbon copy. Delightful. And you see, for me, like, you build confidence with consistency, don't you? Let's aim a little bit further to the right. There we go. There we go. How's a bit of that? Guys, the best thing I could say about these clubs is if you said, James, would you like to go and play golf today? James would say, of course I would. James, would you like to go and play 18 holes with the new Lynx irons? I'd say yeah. So that's the biggest positive. And as you can see, the first shot was a little bit of a mishap as well. I think we actually hit the tree, but The other two, certainly birdie opportunities, and that last one, I'm quite disappointed it didn't come down that slope in there. So very, very happy with that, especially for sub £600. Link in the description if you do want to have a look at them, because for the money, I think they're fantastic.